are y'all doing in my trunk? So weird. Let's get you out. Oh, shit. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Hope you guys enjoyed celebrating. I didn't because I was at home. But that's beyond the point. Today, I will be addressing a common issue Greg had brought to my attention with S2000 rear bumpers. You know, since he got an S2000 now, he been doing like hella research. He informed me that like, I think the AP2s have a common issue with like the rear bumper not really lining up. So we're going to be drilling out the bumper brackets, putting bolts in to allow you to get more play so you can adjust the bumper so it can line up perfectly with the rear quarter. But I'm going to end up showing y'all. This piece and this piece are gonna be getting cut off, and then I'm gonna drill to make a hole and use a nut and bolt to go through. Pretty simple, easy day. And then we're gonna go mess with Greg, cause I think he's currently taking out his harness, maybe? I don't know. But it's S2000 day. All right, we're good. So I'm using a 5/16 drill bit. So there you go. Got them to the size that I need. Put this back on, throw this bumper on, see if it made any change. If it did, then I know I'm gonna be good to go. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna work. This side looks fine, but the driver's side is giving me a hard time. So I'm pretty much gonna take a quick break, grab some food, wait till Greg comes over, and go from there. Worst come to worst, I have another OEM AP1 bumper. I just wanted to see if we could repair this one because we already started, and yeah, it would be pretty dope. But if not, always have a plan B, not gonna let it ruin my day, and go from there.
It's all done, looks great.
Sight.
That quarter fit. When the clip's better, doesn't look terrible. But this is the real problem. This is supposed to rest on this piece of metal. Look at the, watch the quarter when I push this down. So that's what it would look like clipped in. And it just pushes this back up.
So basically, we were just gonna scrap this.
Too far gone. That's a shame.
I know, we was doing so good with it too.
It would look nice with the AP2 bumper.
Let's see, what do we have here? Can you guys guess? I know you're just so ecstatic to find out. I can see the hype in your eyes. Oh man. Ooh, all this bubble wrap. Oh my goodness. All right, so if you ain't guessed by now, I got a wing. And now, Greg is over there laughing. What you laughing at? Strum my guitar, baby.
That's it. Fire.
There's no way I can install this by myself, now that I think about it. And it's gonna take a lot of time that I don't feel like doing right now. So pretty much gonna just set this down and figure out what to do next.
Hey, X, what you doing?
Fanboy over my wing.
Putting on your wing by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, when you bolt it through here, since yours isn't one single piece, it's 2 bolts right here, 2 bolts here. A lot of the times with that all that downforce, it pulls up, or it pulls back here, it'll pull up on the trunk and it'll kink it right through here. So it'll lift. So what a lot of people do is they put like a sandwich plate on the bottom, so then it's not as likely to kink it.
Yeah, I seen a sandwich plate, and I seen they mentioned something about the CR trunk bump these pieces, but on the CR you have them here and here because it comes with a wing also. But I gotta look into it.
I would say maybe one here would help because it would keep the rear from squatting, but the front is going to be pulling, so there's no way that you're going to have this connected to there. You could do like those little push clips that Tim has instead of having this too. You get rid of this and then put those little push things and have it right in the front so it can't pull up on it, and they could also be your trunk release.
All right, well, screw this. Let's go see your car.
Yeah, so close to mud time. We have been here for what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
We haven't done much filming because I've been doing a lot of stupid frame pulling and... You ready? All right, so now I'm drilling out the spots for the spot welds. I went and marked them. These ones I actually teared out of the rail, so there's already a hole. So I'll weld it from this side to this panel. But these ones I'll weld from the outside in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drill out all these holes. It's gonna be super fast. I only got like 40 to drill.
All right, chop chop.
Damn, that thing's tearing it up.
Good thing I had my drill box.
Well, we done, son. Well, actually, I got a few more to drill out on the top rail. But then I'm basically just gonna clamp this thing on, tack weld it up, compressor on, right on time, every time. All right, so now let's go put this on the car, and then we'll time lapse the welding and everything, and yeah, she's good to go. Now I'm gonna dust a little bit of spot weld primer on the back of that. Weld through primer.
And what is the difference between that and like?
Well, normal primer, if you put the gun or the torch or whatever you call it on the welder, it won't ground. I guess this maybe has like some sort of, yeah, zinc enriched coating. So then you can put the gun on it and it will start welding. Because otherwise, if it's not ground down metal, you're not gonna get any sparks and you're not gonna start the weld. Just do a light cut. All right, I'm gonna get some clamps. Clamp it on there, turn the welder on. The welder's acting real shitty, but I don't wanna wait any longer, so hopefully it don't turn out terrible. It's kind of welding like a flux welder. Tis what it is. Time lapse. Why are you still looking at me?
So is you done?
She done, son. The welder was acting really stupid, but I knew that before. I knew that going in, but you know, I still got her done. Now I'm gonna wait for this to cool down a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and caulk along these seams. They aren't like that from factory, but how many cars have you seen with this thing rusted out? I think that they should probably caulk more of the seams on this car. The fender already fits. I've test fitted that already. That doesn't affect the fitment on anything. It's just on the strength.
On the strength of?
On the strength of the S2000.
You gonna do the corner pad on today, or how you feeling?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Oh yeah, because it's getting painted when?
Well, it's already been painted. Don't rewind, I'm gonna show you. All right, let's go look at the other panel. We gotta get right up on the hood.
It's dark in here.
Hey!
Oh!
Oh, snap!
Oh, snap!
Mikey did a really good job painting these too. He didn't have anything to, the paint prep guy didn't have anything to do one day when I was out. And I was like, hey, you can do the cut-ins on my trunk and my hood.
So he went with championship white.
Yep.
So the people that guessed white, you were right.
It's kind of like a off-white, like an eggshell.
Yeah, you can't even see.
It looks really cool though. But yeah, so once I'm done with the quarter dent, I'm gonna do the jams in the car. So I'm gonna do the door jams first, do the cut-ins, and then I can mount, I'm not gonna mount the trunk. No, I might mount the trunk. I gotta do the trunk jam, the right door jam, the left door jam, and then I'm gonna mount the doors, and I'm gonna mount the fenders. See, he cut in the fenders already. So these are all painted, and in here's painted. So then I'll just do a soft roll on the inside of the fender, and then I can paint it all at one time. I can go all the way down the car with one stroke, and then all the way back with the other stroke, because the white's so hard to match. The only thing I'm gonna have to worry about now is the bumpers, but I'm gonna hit it like 5 times right here in the corners, and then right there in the same spot on the bumpers, and then they should all match perfectly. But yeah, she's coming along.
No, I don't know nothing about that paint life. As much as I've been here.
I don't know nothing about that paint life either. I just go and I spray. I spray and pray. So basically, for me to do the jam, I have to have all this mud work done. But for me to do this mud work, I gotta roll it first.
And in order for you to roll it, you gotta take the wheel off first.
Yep, wheel off. Well, I can caulk all this stuff and I'll maybe spray some more undercoating in there.
So you're officially keeping stock. Yeah, we didn't even notice it. You're just keeping stock body. You're not gonna wide body it.
No, I'm just gonna roll everything. I'm gonna roll the quarters, roll the fenders. I also have to pull the soft top out.
Damn.
I'm gonna sand this down to get it ready for her first skim. And since I have to get the other lock off the extractor bit, and that's gonna take forever, I'm just gonna do that later. As long as this doesn't get too thick, I should be able to roll this fine. But I'm gonna start off with some 120. I'm gonna sand it down, blow it off, and then I'm gonna do the first skim. I'm gonna cut it down with 40 grit. Are you recording? All right, so 120, DA, air. Some tape in this crack because I don't want mud in there, and it sucks to hand sand out of cracks like that. Do a couple layers, so then if you end up getting like a decent thickness of mud, it doesn't tear through your single piece of tape. Pull it up from the bottom piece, and then it's gonna be a little bit stronger than one piece. That's a real pro tip there. And I do need to add a little bit of thickness to this edge right here to get it to come out to the door. So keep in mind when that's a little thick on that edge. Let's go mix them up. Got your clean sheets. Got your Evercoat Quantum 1. All right, I'm just gonna mix up enough to get a decently thick first coat on there. And then I'm gonna knock it off with some 40 grit while it's still soft. It'll just help you fill all those low spots a lot faster. And I could be on my second skim by the time the first coat is fully dry. If you just take it off while it's still a little soft and don't wait for it to fully harden. It's a lot faster to sand too. It's real nice. And you just kind of blob. That's enough.
Is it like a specific way that you just spread it, or just like?
Usually not vertically like I'm doing.
What's the reason?
Because if you have high and low, like with lines this way, you'll notice it. If you've got high and low with lines going this way, you won't really notice it. Look at the end of it, you want to pull it a little tight so you can get a nice taper. I always like to get a little bit on the edge since I'm trying to build that up. This is a sticky pad on a Velcro block. Not ideal, but it'll work.
Because
40 grit. It's probably not dry enough yet. See, it still leaves fingerprints. There's like a perfect time when you can hit it with 40 grit that it will save you so much time. But it's not now. It's usually once you can touch it and there's a very, very light tack to it. But this is probably gonna need like 3 minutes because it's pretty cold.
Wow,
You can just sit here and stare at me for 3 minutes. You gotta be timed perfectly for this to work properly. And you always want to go diagonal. You don't want to go this way. You want to go like this. The best thing about this is if you have high spots like these are, the mud's not so hard that when you tap it, it'll crack. So I'm gonna tap those in a little bit because I can feel that they're a little bit high. These are probably good because this edge needs to come out a little. But let me get that hammer right there. Much better. Well, that's as far as we can go because I need to roll the fender. And I don't have the key for this. So I got to get a new extractor for that because my other one's screwed after the first one. So is that it? Is that all we're doing? I think so.
Like, comment, subscribe. We've been here all day. It's time to go home, do what we gotta do. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna blow off and yeah, we're out. Peace.